What does it really take to be a successful entrepreneur? Is it genius-level ideas, a huge bank account, maybe some luck? Nope. The secret lies in the mindset. The way you think shapes the way you act. And today, I'll share the 10 most powerful mindsets every successful entrepreneur must adopt. In each mindset, I will explain why this mindset matters, real-life examples of each mindset, and actionable steps to adopt this mindset. Ready to level up your thinking and transform your business journey? Let's dive in, starting with mindset number 1. Yes, we can. This mindset is all about belief, specifically the belief that anything is possible when you put your mind to it. Yes, we can isn't just a feel-good phrase, it's the foundation of entrepreneurial success. Why? Because without belief, you won't take action. And without action, you'll never achieve your dreams. Think about it. Every single entrepreneur who has achieved something extraordinary started by believing it could be done. It's that simple. When you embrace the yes we can mindset, you stop focusing on why things won't work and start figuring out how they will. This mindset allows you to push through challenges, stay motivated when the odds are against you, and inspire your team and others to believe in your vision too. Let's take a look at Oprah Winfrey. Growing up in poverty and facing endless obstacles, she could have easily said, "This is too hard," or "I can't do this." But instead, she chose to believe in herself. That belief drove her to build one of the most successful media empires in history. Or consider Jeff Bezos. When he launched Amazon, people told him an online bookstore was doomed to fail. But his "yes we can" attitude helped him persevere and revolutionize the way we shop. Here's how you can start thinking, yes we can. Number 1, reframe your challenges. Instead of saying, "This is impossible," ask yourself, "How can I make this possible?" It's a small shift with big results. Number 2, surround yourself with positivity. Your environment matters. Spend time with people who believe in your vision and encourage you to move forward. Number 3, celebrate every win. Each success, no matter how small, reinforces the belief that you're capable of achieving greatness. Number 4, visualize success daily. Take a moment each day to imagine yourself achieving your goals. It's a simple but powerful way to keep your belief strong. In our journey to uncover the 10 mindsets every successful entrepreneur must embrace, we kick things off with the powerful belief of yes we can. If you missed it, don't worry, you can always rewind and catch up. Now let's shift gears to the second mindset, one that separates the most impactful entrepreneurs from the rest. It's all about solving the problem first, instead of diving headfirst into creating new products. When you think of entrepreneurship, your mind might go straight to innovation. You might picture someone creating a groundbreaking product or launching a cutting-edge service. But here's the thing. The most successful entrepreneurs don't start with the product, they start with the problem. Why? Because a product without a problem to solve is just noise in a crowded market. Real success comes from identifying a pain point, addressing it head-on, and building something that truly makes life better for your customers. Think about it. The greatest companies didn't start by asking, "What can we sell?" Instead, they asked, "What problem can we solve?" This mindset ensures you're creating value, not just a product. Here's why this matters. Solving a problem builds trust and loyalty. It ensures your product has a clear purpose and audience, and it helps you stand out in a market full of Me Too ideas. Let's take Airbnb, for instance. The founders didn't start with the idea of creating a global hospitality empire. Instead, they noticed a problem. People were struggling to find affordable short-term lodging during big events. By focusing on solving that problem, they built a platform that transformed the travel industry. Another great example is Uber. Before Uber, finding a taxi could be a nightmare in many cities. The founders zeroed in on that frustration and created a solution, a convenient ride-hailing app that disrupted the entire transportation industry. Here's how you can make problem-solving the cornerstone of your entrepreneurial mindset. 1. Listen to your market. Pay close attention to customer complaints, frustrations, and gaps in the current offerings. These are golden opportunities. 2. Validate the problem. Before jumping into a solution, ensure the problem is significant enough to solve. Talk to potential customers and get their insights. 3. Focus on simplicity. A great solution doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes the simplest ideas make the biggest impact. 4. Iterate based on feedback. Launching a product isn't the end of the journey, it's the beginning. Keep refining your solution based on real-world feedback. In our journey so far, we've uncovered 2 key mindsets that drive entrepreneurial success, starting with belief, yes we can, and focusing on solving problems before creating products. Now let's talk about the fine line between inspiration and imitation. Mindset number 3 is beg, borrow, but don't steal the other ideas. In the world of entrepreneurship, ideas are currency. It's perfectly normal to look around for inspiration, whether it's studying competitors, borrowing elements from different industries, or even seeking mentorship. But there's a big difference between being inspired and blatantly stealing someone else's idea. Why? Because while stealing might give you a shortcut, it will never give you the authenticity or innovation needed to truly stand out. Think of it this way: the best entrepreneurs don't copy, they create. They learn from what's out there, adapt it to their unique vision, and make it better. When you operate this way, you're not just another imitator, you're a true innovator. This mindset ensures you maintain your integrity and credibility, your business builds a brand rooted in originality, and you stay adaptable, learning from others while carving your own path. Let's look at Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg wasn't the first to create a social networking platform. MySpace and Friendster existed before him, but instead of copying them outright, he borrowed the concept and improved it, focusing on user experience and scalability. The result? Facebook didn't just compete, it dominated. Another example is Tesla. Elon Musk didn't invent electric cars, but he took the existing concept and reimagined it, making electric vehicles desirable, high-performing, and sustainable. That's the power of borrowing and building, not stealing. Here's how you can beg, borrow, and innovate, without crossing ethical lines. 1. Seek inspiration in diverse places. Don't just look at your competitors. Study other industries, cultures, and even history for ideas you can adapt. 2. Make it your own. Take what you've learned and tailor it to your business's unique strengths and goals. Add your own spin to stand out. 3. Credit where credit is due. If you're directly inspired by someone else, acknowledge it. It builds trust and shows you respect the ecosystem of ideas. 4. Stay ahead by innovating. Always aim to improve upon what's out there. Even a 10% better solution can make you a leader in your space. Now let's talk about a mindset that separates those who build fleeting businesses from those who create legacies. Mindset number 4 is all about playing the long game. Entrepreneurs think for long-term rewards. Entrepreneurship is not a sprint, it's a marathon. Successful entrepreneurs know that building something truly impactful takes time. They don't just chase quick wins, they invest their energy, resources, and vision into projects that might take years to bear fruit. This mindset isn't just about patience, it's about understanding that the best rewards often come to those who are willing to think long-term and put in the work today for a brighter tomorrow. When you adopt a long-term perspective, you're not just focusing on what's immediately in front of you, you're building systems, relationships, and strategies that will pay dividends for years to come. Here's why this mindset is crucial. It encourages strategic planning and resilience, it positions you to capitalize on future opportunities, and it creates sustainable success rather than fleeting profits. Let's look at a real-world example: gas pipeline projects. When these projects are initiated, they require immense upfront investment, years of planning, and complex execution. The payback? It might not come for 5 or even 10 years, but once the pipeline is operational, it generates consistent revenue for decades, becoming a vital part of energy infrastructure. Another example is Tesla's gigafactories. Elon Musk invested billions into these manufacturing facilities, knowing they wouldn't turn a profit overnight. Today, they're crucial to Tesla's dominance in the electric vehicle market and will continue to drive growth for years to come. And how about tech startups like Amazon? When Jeff Bezos launched Amazon, he wasn't concerned about immediate profits. In fact, for years, Amazon reinvested all its earnings into growth and innovation. The result? Today it's one of the most valuable companies in the world, with multiple revenue streams. So how can you train yourself to think like a long-term entrepreneur? Here are a few strategies. 1. Plan for the big picture. Write down your 5-year and 10-year goals. Break them into smaller milestones to keep yourself on track. 2. Invest in foundations. Whether it's building a strong team, developing technology, or nurturing customer relationships, focus on assets that will pay off in the long run. 3. Be patient with ROI. Understand that not all investments will yield immediate results. Stay consistent and trust the process. 4. Stay resilient. Long-term projects come with challenges. Embrace setbacks as part of the journey and keep pushing forward. Building for the long term requires patience and strategy, as we saw in mindset number 4. But sometimes, entrepreneurs need to act boldly and decisively to create disruption. That brings us to mindset number 5. Entrepreneurs never ask for permission, beg forgiveness later on. This is a mindset that sparks innovation, challenges the status quo, and often rewrites the rules of entire industries. Entrepreneurship is not about waiting for the perfect moment or seeking everyone's approval. In fact, some of the greatest success stories in business began when people acted boldly, without asking for permission first. Why? Because asking for permission often means subjecting yourself to layers of bureaucracy, fear, and doubt. By the time you get approval, your opportunity might already be gone. Instead, successful entrepreneurs take calculated risks, move fast, and address the consequences later if needed. It's not about recklessness, it's about boldness combined with a vision to bring something new to the world. When you wait for permission, you're letting others dictate your pace, your creativity, and your opportunities. This mindset empowers you to act on innovative ideas before they become mainstream, navigate around outdated systems that might slow you down, and embrace the mindset of pioneers, not followers. Let's take a closer look at one of the boldest entrepreneurial moves of the modern era, Uber. Think about it. How is it legally possible for someone to start a taxi service without owning a single taxi or asking for permission from regulators? When Uber launched, the concept was groundbreaking. The founders didn't go to courts or government bodies asking for approval to operate. If they had, they might have been blocked by outdated laws, resistance from traditional taxi companies, or layers of red tape. Instead, they focused on creating a platform that directly connected drivers and riders, bypassing the traditional taxi model. As expected, they faced legal challenges later on, but by then, Uber had already gained a loyal customer base and proven the value of their idea. Eventually, they worked to legalize their operations in different regions, rewriting the rules for the entire industry. Uber isn't alone. Take SpaceX. Elon Musk didn't wait for permission to disrupt the aerospace industry. He built his rockets and demonstrated their success, forcing agencies like NASA to rethink what private companies could achieve. These examples show that acting first, and dealing with resistance later, can be the key to breaking barriers and achieving greatness. So how can you adopt the mindset of never ask for permission without being reckless? Here's how. 1. Start small and test fast. Launch your idea on a smaller scale to prove its value before expanding. This reduces risks while giving you a chance to show results. 2. Understand the rules you're breaking. Be aware of the regulations or norms you're challenging. This will help you prepare for potential pushback. 3. Focus on value first. If your idea genuinely improves people's lives or solves a major problem, it's easier to gain support even after the fact. 4. Be ready to adapt. Once you've proven your concept, work to legitimize and refine it within the system. This ensures long-term success.